What is the difference between residential and commercial real estate? A lot of people know what residential real estate is. Residential real estate is where people live. And the definition in the real estate world is a single family, a duplex, a triplex, and a fourplex. All of those are categorized as residential real estate. Commercial real estate, on the other hand, is a lot more complicated, and it's actually a much bigger component than residential real estate. In fact, the value of commercial real estate is much more significant than residential real estate. Commercial real estate compiles of office buildings, industrial buildings, storage units, airports, government buildings, municipality, land, etc., etc., etc. There's so much more on the commercial front, and it's important to understand the difference between the two. The main difference between residential and commercial is how it's valued. Residential properties are valued based on a comparative value. So essentially, you're able to find a property that has similar comps in the area, and you get the value of that building based on what's selling around there. So if you find a single family home and you want to know what it's sold for, you look at the condition, and most of the times properties around there in similar condition, you have an idea if it's the same square footage, it will be that price of what's selling in the area, or the average of what's selling in the area. Commercial properties, on the other hand, are a lot more complicated. It's valued on what's called a cap rate, because commercial properties are most of the time investor grade properties, and they are valued on a cap rate or capitalization rate. It's the amount of return that the investor is going to make on that purchase of that investment if they bought the whole thing with no loan. If it was $1 million investment on a commercial property, what is the return that they would get for that amount? And so oftentimes different commercial properties are valued at that level of cap rate. So for example, if it's a 4% cap rate or a 7% cap rate, that's how you're getting the value of commercial deals. It's based on the NOI, which is the net operating income of that asset class. One of the major differences between residential and commercial real estate is that there is a lot more information for residential real estate. Technology today has got to a level where there's a lot more platforms and there's a lot more access to comparables, to appraisals, to specifics of a residential property, whether it's Zillow or Redfin or Trulia. You're able to just go online and find information on a residential property. Commercial real estate has not got to that level yet, and it's a lot more complicated to find out what a tenant's paying, or to find out which company owns that investment building, who the actual owners are. Therefore, there's a lot more opportunity in commercial real estate than residential real estate, because when there's a limited access to knowledge, there is ways to create more opportunity in that field. And so because that data on residential has been shared and pushed out, it's harder to find the deal in the residential bucket. But in the commercial bucket, you're able to find diamonds in the rough a lot easier. Even though it's more challenging to finance a commercial real estate transaction, you are able to sort of get more of a discount or get more of a deal in commercial real estate, because it's easy to change the use in commercial, office to retail to entertainment, where residential is mostly residential. And by changing the use, you can often change the value, and you can often improve the value. The next biggest difference between residential and commercial real estate is how it's financed. Financing commercial real estate is really easier. There's many government loans, FHA loan, First Time Homeowners Association loan, Veterans Association loans. There's many programs that allow people to buy homes. For commercial real estate, it's often an investment, and so people are a lot more conservative when it comes to doing a commercial deal, and so it's challenging to find the right kind of loans for a commercial property, especially a commercial investment property that needs work, right? It's harder to find that kind of financing or those kind of partners today. So if you're looking to build an investment portfolio, you maybe want to start on in residential real estate because it's easy to get started, and then transition over to commercial real estate. Or you might want to jump, both feet into commercial real estate because there's a lot more opportunities today. It really just depends on where you are at in your stage of life and what your goals are. But regardless, both residential and commercial real estate are fantastic options if you're looking to get into investing, or if you're looking to jump into the real estate world. Yes.